Hello, folks. I wanted to get into some mind bending, thought provoking content about Orion's Nebula and history and our origins. Okay. I'm trying to, okay. To the Mayans, Orion was known as the first father. Additionally, it is interesting to note that the Mayan civilization was already aware of the Orion Nebula at this time. And they're talking about, when they, before the ancient Egyptians and yada, yada, yada. But their Pope of View, the Bible, their sacred text was found in an altar in the 16th century in a Catholic church altar in Guatemala. But the Mayan used three stars in the constellation Orion: the great blue giant Rigel, the star Scythe, and the belt star Alnitek. These three stars from an equilateral triangle called, whatever that word is, Oxib, or the three stones of the hearth. They represent the Maya hearth, made of three stones placed in a triangular pattern, the hearth. And this right here, this triangle that makes the triangle, is the same triangle with the eye in the middle of it on the dollar bill. And our people that make our government run, or whatever, the elites in there, or whoever that is, whoever designed the dollar bill knew, and all of the architecture in the United States that means anything, it was all designed by the same people that know these things. Okay? Now, these three stones were the hearth of creation. And on a certain night, August 13th, it rose, and then Orion moves toward the zenith, the quiche, or whatever it's called. People still refer to the triad, three bright stars in Orion, as the hearthstones of creation. And the hazy nebula below Orion's belt is called the smoke from the hearth. And that's the same as the fire in the tent, or the fire in the middle. That's what the ancient Egyptians called, made the pyramid. The word pyramid means fire in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Anybody here? Who's here? But the group of wedges, which was called Asari, is also the same thing as the first well-known meaning as tent, dwelling, or resting place. And the second has meaning of eye and is placed inside the sign. Okay? And it was called the eye in the tent, the eye in the triangle, eye of province, all-seeing eye, etc., etc. Now, okay, hang on. This talks about okay, and then all of these, now this is Danny Wilton's book here. As seen in the high altar, okay, right here. The tetragrammaton corresponds to the four Hebrew letters Yad, He, Vav, He. That corresponds to YH, WH, and are transliterated IAUE, or Yahweh. Yahweh is the name of the Almighty Father in the heaven, people commonly call the Lord, or God. In the most Christian translations of the Bible, Lord is used in its place. As seen on the high altar, the tetragrammaton is displayed much like the symbolism used for the eye of providence, the all-seeing eye of God surrounded by rays of light, or the glory. The Holy Trinity is also depicted in the same way. Okay, now this is a Carl's Church, what is this, the sacred name of God, or what is this, the high altar? But right here, this imagery is everywhere in our world. Okay, now you see this right here, this picture of the Orion Nebula. This Orion Nebula picture, it looks just like the eye. Watch, I'll go to my pictures and I'll show you guys. Looks just like the eye, or the optical nerve. Where's it at? It's exactly like that. I mean, it looks just like it. Also, the Mandelbrot set, if anybody's familiar with the Mandelbrot set, it also looks just like that. Where are we? Okay. Oh, and then I got a video, a cool video I want to share with you guys, and tell me, so you guys can tell me what you think. But here's all my pictures for Orion. Okay, here it is right here. Same thing. What the heck? I don't know. But yeah, and hang on, bear with me. Here it is in the green. I forget what that, but there's the trapezium open star cluster. That's in the middle. Okay, now you see this picture right here? This picture right here is just like a head of a human, right? And it corresponds with the creation of atom painting, yada, yada, yada. But this is M42, Orion's Nebula. And right where the trapezium open star cluster is, right where our pineal gland is in our head, in the center of it. Now, that is the trapezium open star cluster are these 5 stars. And look at, they're shaped as a cross as well. But that's not what I wanted to show you. I gotta back out of here. I gotta go to right here, not right there, right here, no, not right there, right here, yeah, right here. Now, this very same thing is, so who's all here with me? I mean, is anybody here? Oh, there we are. What's up, Sam? Stubble Nuts. Hey, what's up? Maxie's here. What's up, Maxie? We got Paula, Max. Cool. How are you guys? Hope you're staying safe. Staying free of the ick. I've been calling it the ick. Or gold eye on activated third eye. Yes, very good. Very well could mean that. Now, there is no coincidence that Origin and Orion, you know, they all have the same etymological beginning to the word. You know, here's the Eye of Horus. I'm good. I'm glad you're good. Glad you're well. But you know, in the wedding ring we wear, you know, that's what the eclipsed moon in the sun, that looks like a wedding ring. You know, I just thought I'd pop that in there real quick. But hang on, I'm trying to find the pictures of, I have a bunch of screenshots of an eye that I wanted to show, and I can't remember where they're at. Right, there's a couple. Okay, here's the Mandelbrot set. Now you see this? Right here? That right there, check that out, okay? Now, you know what the Mandelbrot set is. It's iteration after iteration of the same thing, right? And it's just like I showed our reality in video. Now, that is the same. What's up? Hey, what's up? That is the same as, where's that damn picture at now? Right here. See that? There's the Mandelbrot set right there. The same thing. You know? What do you guys think of that? See it? It's the same thing. Man, that lobster's getting stoned. But yeah, and this is the same thing too. This part of the creation of atom painting right here. But Orion was venerated by, you know, tons of cultures on our Earth in the ancient past, as well as, you know, in today's Mayan culture. They venerate it. They still consider it the path of, where the path of souls, the slit in the sky is. But okay, so that there's the Mandelbrot set correlation. Yes, both, because the Mandelbrot set, in the Mandelbrot set, there is the Fibonacci sequence. You go to the points of the Mandelbrot set, and you see the Fibonacci sequence. You know what I mean? And I don't know why I can't get my freaking I guess I don't have it anymore. So that sucks. But yeah, the Fibonacci sequence is okay. Here, let me show you something else that's wild. Here, I'm going to go to my program here. Now, this Redshift app is a pretty cool app. I don't know if you guys got this or if anybody knows. Now, right here, check this out. There's the nebula. Right there. See, here's the nebula. Now, did you see that? There's the triangle right there. From Rigel, Scythe, and Alnitek. And there's the eye in the middle, which is the Mandelbrot set, which is the Orion Nebula. See, right there? You see that? Okay, now, right there, what was I going to show you? Oh, here. Now, speaking of the Fibonacci sequence, here's the spiral. You see the Barnard's loop right here? Around it? It emanates, it starts at the Orion Nebula. You see that red loop? That's the Barnard's loop. Here, I'll go to a different program so I can show it a little better. This may be a little difficult to do, but I'm going to try. See it right here? Okay, the nebula's right here. I'll put the crosshairs on the nebula. There it is right there. And see that emanation around it? It looks like a spiral. What's up, Scotty boy? How are you, bud? And the Fed. Nice. The creation of Adam painting has to do with the yod finger of God in a few birth charts. I've got one in mine, and that's how I found out. Check my... okay, yeah. Well, it has a lot. It has multiple meanings, I'm sure, just like everything else in our reality, right? That's what I think the whole Mandela effect is about. And I think that's what all of that stuff is about. It's showing us that our reality is way more than we can imagine it is. Now, let's see if I can see different... Okay, now check this out. Now, for some reason, the one spot we want to see in this image... And first off, I want to explain that, you know, I say everything is found within, right? Well, within is also without. You know, you have to understand that our mind becomes one with the cosmos. You know, it becomes the place in which... Yes. But look at this image right here is a pan-stars image. And right where we want to see, where the trapezium open star cluster, which is the pineal gland that is connected through us, the axis mundi of our niche or our part of the heavens, I think. You know, and I think that's, it's more than just a symbolic thing. I think it's actually our origin, I think. Because the Barnard's loop emanates from there. And we know that coincidences don't exist, right? Now, it emanates from there, and our trajectory of our planet and our solar system, if you follow that spiral out, you know, out from that emanation point, you find that we are on that spiral. Okay? Now, I'm just showing different images or different wavelengths, or like a radio telescope, and I just want to show you this one right here before I get off of this subject, because I got a lot more to show you guys of what correlates this to what I'm trying to show you. Okay, I think I showed you this one already. That's the pan-stars image right here, this one. Now, check this out. Okay, as we zoom in, that brightest spot right there, you see how it's a cross. You see the lines right here, how it's an X, right? And everything we know that the X or the cross is the biggest symbol known to mankind. Now, you see that bright spot right there? That's where the trapezium open star cluster, and that's where the black hole, the closest intermediate black hole that was in space.com magazine in 2012 of December of 2000 or November of 2012, they published an article in space.com that postulated there was a black hole. Did you know bees won't sting in the dark? We used to catch them. Yeah, I did know that, actually. But I wanted to show you some more pareidolia stuff, or you know what people would call pareidolia. But this is the same. You see these red dots? I think the reiterations, iteration, iteration, iteration. But look at this. What's that? See the finger or the point or the arm with the finger on it? But that's wild, huh? Now watch this. We'll go to right here. This one. Okay, now the snake eating the tail, Yaldabaoth. It's played out in, look at, there's his head. There's the lion head right there, right? And then there's the snake in the circle. And that's, the circle is our galaxy. You know, the spiral arms of the galaxy, you see? It's like a wedding ring too. You know, it's like a, I've been trying to figure out what this black empty chasm is right here. But look at that, that's wild. Okay. Alright, enough of the visuals. We'll go to my video that I wanted to show you guys. Check this video out, you guys. You're gonna trip. Check this out now. Watch the worm on this thing. I filmed this back in May of watch this. Okay, see that right there? Right there. What the hell is that? Watch it. What the hell is that, guys? That was in the sky. It wasn't in my camera because obviously it's not moving with my camera. Watch. It shows up right there again. See it? See that? Why do you do that all the time to me, Paul? God. I'll check it out. What is it, that yod thing you were talking about? I'll check it. Let's hang on. You see it right there? And there it is right there. Really? What do you guys think that is? Isn't that wild? Okay, I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, now check it out. What the hell is that? Watch, it shows up right there again. Looks like a freaking worm, doesn't it? I'm gonna slow it down even more than that. Yeah, I will, Paula. I told you I will. Chill out a second here. I'm trying to figure this out here. I mean, it's kind of impossible for me to even, you know. I will, honey. Don't worry. I'll check it out. A vulture. Yeah, it could be a vulture. Here, I'm gonna please here Paula here. I don't know what she's trying to show us, but now what? What do you want me to do now? A yacht is formed when two planets that are sextile, also from an inconjunct to another planet. These planets are in different signs and modes and are deeply significant, for they usually symbolize patterns in families that have lasted for generations. This is a Okay, now what is this supposed to mean to me? No, what is this supposed to mean, Paula? Yeah, I don't know what that thing was, you know? Yeah, I want to get back to that video. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, Paula. You got to tell me what you're trying to get to there, what you're getting at. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me here. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. Explain yourself, girlfriend. Explain. Typhon, what's a typhon? What's up? No, no, no. Haven't seen you here before. What is that? That's wild. What the weird thing is I seen it through my video afterwards. I didn't see it during it, you know, while I was filming. On the yard, what is it? Yeah. What is the yard again? Explain what the yard is. We're a snuffleupagus. Right. Look at. Okay, now I'll get back to. I just wanted to show that because to show our reality is more than what we think it is. Yod is the finger of God. Oh, okay, yeah. Right. All right, now there's something else I wanted. Oh, I wanted to go to my pictures here. Now my pictures. Okay, now I showed you that the Mandelbrot set. Now see, here's the Mandelbrot set right here. Does that not look like that? Looks just like that, doesn't it? Typhion or Typhios in Greek mythology, youngest son of Gaia, Earth, Tartarus. Oh. Awesome. So what is it? What is Tartar, or what do you mean? Was conquered and cast into the underworld by Zeus. Crop circles are cool. Yes, they are cool. I don't know what they grizzly monster with 100 dragon's head. Snuffleupagus. Okay, now right here. You see the monkey face in there? Okay, now we're gonna go to right here. This is the one I was looking for. Now this right here. Okay, here's the Barnard's loop. It comes off the Orion's Nebula. The Orion's Nebula is right there in the middle, where the Fibonacci starts in the middle, you know. So that's the Barnard's loop, right? And it is the same Fibonacci that's found in nature everywhere. And there's, you know, that's so fibby. What do you mean, fibby? What you talking about, Willis? Fibby. Okay. And then we'll go to here. Here it is, right here, I think. Is it on here? So fibby, what are you talking about, fibby? Okay, now this is the same. Oh, Phoebe, gotcha. Now I follow you, my bad. But you see this? Same image. Right here. Same shape, same thing. Right? As... Hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wish I had them side by side. Wait for it. Wait for it. Sorry, it's hard to chew gum and walk for me sometimes. I can't do two things at once sometimes, so I apologize. But this right here is the same. Nah, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. That's not a good one. Let me see. Doop 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 doop. Not there, not there, right here. Is the same as that. Okay? As that. Okay, now you see this helmet right here? This. Okay, now you've seen this in all kinds of Assyrian pictographs. You know, it's on the seal of what is it? The Assyrian seal of Sitchin, when he shows the Nemesis thing. Okay, and that same thing is that right there. You know, above Brahman. That's above Krishna right there. But check this out. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking. Jesus, I got too many pictures. I should have just organized them. I'll be humming Sanford inside. Yeah, I've been doing that lately. I don't know why, man. I have no idea why I've been doing it. But there is a picture of the nebula from Earth through a telescope recently. Okay? Yeah, great minds think alike, don't they? Okay, now, here's better pictures right here. Okay, see the Barnard's loop that emanates from there, right? Okay? And check this out. That same image in a different, it's in like infrared, what is it? 12 meter gamma ray or whatever, or X-ray. Oh, here, I wanted to show you this too. What do you guys think of this picture? Do you see the caveman kissing the fish? I think it's our way of our reality telling me that, you know, something's up. Oh, here's a good one. This was for some reason this disappeared. This monument. I think this is an Edfu. But look at that. Ain't that wild? Look at the symbolism going on in this thing. This is a picture from 1890 or something like that, or a drawing. This is a altar in kissing a fish. You like that, huh? But look at, see the different ways they depict the Union? Look at this guy's got a knife on his face. The monument disappeared. The pic just got found. This is the Colossus of Amemnon, or whatever. Where, right here? What's a gorilla? The one on the right? That looks like the freaking thing off of Predator, doesn't it? Doesn't this look like the creature off of Predator on the right? That's weird looking. I don't know, Paula. I have no clue. It must ended up in somebody's museum or something. Look at that. That's wild. Yeah, I swiped these off of Ancient Architects last video because I found them pretty astounding. Okay, now here's the Washington Monument, but in the Egyptian style. You know, and you know, you guys all know what the Washington. Look at these suckers. Now this is the throne. That's whoa, what is that? Are those birds? That's weird. But that, okay, now this very same image right here is, it's telling us, guys, that the eye in the triangle is where it's at. I mean, Maximus obelisk. Yeah, the obelisk is the Washington Monument is the same. You guys know what the obelisk represents, right? It's what we represent on Earth, and you know. Okay, now you got to think of the cosmos as a female. You know, the you know, the female cosmos, and the obelisk sticks its unit up into the cosmos, into the heavens, right? Yeah, penis. There you go. There you go. A penis. He said it. I didn't. It wasn't me. I didn't say it. Human Johnson, right. But yeah, it's everywhere. So we got what we got here. Maximus means giant phallic. Does it? Really? Giant penis? Okay, now you see the wing disc up here above this guy's head? You see that right there? That is the same as this. Now, check this out. Wait for it. Wait for it. Right here. It's the same as that. You guys. It's the same as this. You know, if I could look at it here, let me find a different one. And it's the same image, it's just in different wavelengths. Let me see. Right here. Here's a better one. You see it? There's that same thing. Right there. So, for some odd reason, well, not odd, they just knew. But look at this symbolism in this thing. You see? It's telling us the same thing. Okay, right here, same thing. I got a couple more. But the Nemes headdress of the Egyptians, oh, here we are. Here's where I wanted to show you. Right here, same thing. You see it? It's that same image on top of that Assyrian pictograph. Now, that just shows you in a literal sense that you know, they knew of the ascension and probably our origins. And I think that's the origins means that's why Orion, here I'll go to the etymology, etymology.com right here, and I'll show you guys. That's why you practice what? Oh, look at these trending words: quarantine, corona, virus, draconian, self-love, well, curfew, furlong, furlough. Well, okay, so we go O-R-I. Original, first, the direct Latin, orientation, origin, orient, orifice, oriflamme, Orion. Right? Okay. Light of heaven, another Greek name for the constellation Candian, or Eris, god of war, the star pattern. Mesopotamian text, the true shepherd of Anu. Right? So, origination. Apollo caught Coronos cheating on him, Hydrus, the water serpent, and turned her into a crow, blackbird. Or perhaps an Oriole? But yeah, okay, now I wanted to shift gears here and go back to this. Okay, I'm gonna turn this sideways. All right, now check this out. Is there anything you want me to look up on this in the Okay, right here now, check this out. This is wild. This is wild beyond belief here. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Nice. Now check this out. This is the same thing. This is the winged disc. This is the light of heaven. This is Urana. Yeah. Why is there a soldier with a gun right there? And why is there a rabbit going down a rabbit hole? I don't know. You see that nasty looking face in there? That's pareidolia, I'm sure. But there's also some gnarly stuff down here. This has always baffled me. I can't figure out for the life of me. Oh, come on. What this is. What this area is right here, so I'm going to check it out. You guys got to get this app. It's pretty wild. Or it's not an app. It's you go to the why won't it tell me what it is? There's a virus that can make you unreligious. Yeah, it's called money. Right? Look at that. That looks like a ship going through the air right there, doesn't it? Or through the space. I don't know. I just figured out where I was going to ship my pants. Virus app. Virus app, John. Yeah. Okay. Now, so I postulate that's where... so what can we look up on here? You guys got any ideas? Is there anything that... because I can enter it into the search and it'll bring us right to it. Oh, I never know. Oh, that's just a set of lines right there. Okay, now I gotta go back to the search bar. M40. Any of you guys ever seen The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? The Son. What do you mean the Son? The sun? I don't know if you can look up the sun. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you would look up the sun, because I think you have to have a technical name for it. See, now this app is going to give me issues. I gotta close some stuff here. Close this. Close this. Close this. Close this. Close this. Okay, now the Orion and the Vatican right here. Now these images are from Danny Wilton's book, and Danny Wilton did tons of research into this, and he shows how all of these images in Carl's Church and everything, this is in St. Peter's Basilica, how all of it overlays with the nebula, you know, and there's different aspects of it, like this right here. You see how that overlays? Well, watch. It gets wilder than that. Okay, it shows that, this, that. Hi, Leah. How are you? Leah in another life. I'm glad you're here. But right here, all these images correspond to the nebula, just like if you were to, and it's the Mandelbrot set as well. Remember I showed you the Mandelbrot set? It looks just like that. Okay, right here, this seal right here. See this? The Shamash, or possibly Asher. That's the same as that I showed you. Watch. Right there. Check this out. See that? Ain't that nuts? That's just wild, ain't it? Right there. See it? Bingo, baby. It's perfectly... Swan is the judge. Hi. Hi, Leah. Who's Swan? Okay, now, all of this stuff has been painted, and I don't know if it was divine inspiration or what, but you overlay our brain with the creation of Adam painting right here, you know, and it shows the ventricles of the heart right here, right? See that? Ancients had bigger eyes than us. Third eyes, maybe, yeah. But, the ventricles of the heart, you see all of the correspondence right there? But those are the ventricles of the heart. So what is that telling us? It's telling us that we have to marry our mind and our heart. Our heart has to be towards the good, right? And it's also the same shape as an eyeball. So it's just wild how it all just fits right nicely together. The Eye of Horus. Immediately, you will notice a large football-shaped god creatures with his body and arm and is in all frames. Additionally, notice the woman in the middle and where her head is. You know, he's an analyst. That's how he saw that. What did you just say? Lamb of God. Yes, the Lamb of God is the light, right? Is literally the light. But look at it. The symbolism is everywhere in our world, folks. It's everywhere. And I'm just showing this literal part of it all, so we can. What's going on? We are the mirror of, yes, that's why man is the measure of all things, right? Because all is within, and all things come from within. Correct. I agree with that. Totally agree with that. But I'm just showing this physical evidence of it in our everyday existence, you know, from time's beginning. Now, there's the trapezium. Trap-easy-I-M, okay? Now, I don't think there's a coincidence there either, because words are swords, swords are words, you know, and it's the Orion sword that the nebula is located in, you know? So, what's the deal with that, you know? Why is the, I'm going to bring this up real quick. It was the ultimate Anu. Where's that? Come on, baby. I think this is it. Nope. Sorry. Whatever. Okay, now, here. I can go into this and show you a correlation here. Now, this is Phil's book, The Ascension Handbook, which is an awesome book. I mean, he's explained tons of stuff that I couldn't wrap my head around before, that I now understand more than I ever did before. How the pyramid is, yes, Well, that's it. It's like every aspect of our relationship with creation, because the light is Lucifer and it's Jesus. You know, the Lucifer aspect is the indifferent uh, flail concept on the Egyptian sarcophagus, right? And the redeeming part is the Ark of the Covenant is the spark of divinity, the moment of creation, the fertilized egg implants into the womb, the moment we are brutally severed from the placenta. They classify us as severed from the divine. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. On the day you are born, the 72 angels and many more send their energy. Maybe. Now it's funny you were just talking about the Ark of the Covenant. The measurements of the Ark are 2.5 by 1.5 by 1.5 cubits, practically the same dimensions as the inside of the coffer in the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid. Hence, the Ark of the Covenant of Moses could be written as the Ankh of the Grail, and cannot be a real object as result, unless it is used to reference the physical pineal gland itself, or the physical coffer of the Great Pyramid's central chamber, because the central chamber is the pineal gland of the pyramid. It's the fire that is in the middle, and that's just telling us that the fire in the middle is the fire in the middle of our heads. The singular truth, being spoken to by God. Truth is precisely what happens when you receive the light in your head, because you have known the singular truth to achieve it. So this statement only makes sense if it in terms of the pineal light. Moreover, the two cherubim refer to the two brain lobes that sit either side of the light, receiving its influence when applied to in person. Right? So, the ark is famously what the Israelites called before them into battle, a very contradictory concept, and was said to have given off beams of light that kill people who go near it. But why would God want to kill people? To say the ark kills anyone is a way of conveying the fact that seeing the Ankh in the event of divine union is the sign that you have finally seen and understood the truth of your true nature as infinite consciousness, and as a result you have essentially died in the physical world. Hence, God kills you when you see his face. Even though you remain to your normal existence after the event, you will no longer need to incarnate in physical world to learn the truth about yourself. This is how, yes, the altar of divinity is between your temples. Correct. That's exactly it. Right. And this is how the fire in the middle, the pyramid, represents everything that is God, because it is everything. It's the Swiss Army knife, or, lobes are the heavens to me. Yes, you're right. You're totally right there. The lobes are the heavens, because it's the most high. It's the place L, right here. Moreover, it is just the Israelite that has the right to carry the ark. What is an Israelite? Look at the word. What does it say? Isis, Ra, El. I never realized that. Isis is female, like Eve. El is masculine, like Adam. And Ra is the root and culmination of consciousness in the center. There are the three columns of the tree of life. So an Israelite is a person who has attained divine union and become a completed tree of life. That is why the crown of thorns is on Jesus' head, and as not part of a race. The Israelite is not part of a race of people by physical blood. Yeah, Isis, Ra, El. Yeah, awesome. And divine union and become completed tree of life. The only blood bond is an Israelite can have with another is by the blood of the lamb in the head. Because the slain lamb is the divine light that is achieved in the pineal event. When your soul is ejaculated out of the top of your head, because you're the phallus that's become erect with the light of heaven, and you become the right. When you attain the light, you become a member of the congregation of Israel. or a serpent of wisdom. Anyone's name would change from its original to Israel when they complete themselves. Other names of God that appear in the Torah include Shada, Elohim, and El. The Zohar asserts that there is a Hebrew letter Dalet hidden in the name Yahweh. The Hebrew letter Hey, H, is the last letter of the name Yahweh. We all dickheads. Nice. Right. And, we got into that on my last. Since the apparent time of Moses, the Ark of the Covenant has been sought after as a great relic. Most searches for it as a real object and end up in Axiom, Ethiopia, as if it's kept in a chapel of the tablet at the Church of Our Lady of Mary of Zion. No one of the priests who are supposed to be guarding it in Axiom, Aurora, their goddess of the dawn, is Venus, aka Et Tariq in the Quran. Jesus is the Bible. John the Baptist is the Freemasonry. Zoria, Slavic mythology, and Phosphorus in Greek mythology, aka Lucifer. Lucifer is the very same. You're leaving, Scotty? Where are you going? Who's leaving? You gotta go to bed? Where do you gotta go to bed for? Oh, you gotta go to work, huh? You're still going to work? Be safe, brother. Love you, John. Seriously, man. Be safe. Okay, so further adding to the invalidity of the historical Exodus, a researcher from New York called Stan Tenen had found a remarkable geometric metaphor embedded throughout the Pentateuch. I don't know. It's strongly suggesting they were intended as allegory all along. The metaphor he found centers on a geometric form he refers to as the light in the meeting tent. The very same meeting tent described. I just told you about this in. I just talked about this in from Danny Wilton's book. He was talking about the light of the tent. The fire in the tent, the fire in the middle, and it's the same thing. That's the eternal flame, the light, the vortex light is the same light and that's why our tabernacles. Yeah, okay. Coming forth by day. Okay, now, so you guys understand? That's how everything is a reiteration of the iteration of the iteration. Because look at the center of the galaxy is the same as the center of our brains, is the same as the center of our earth, is the same as the center of the Pyramid of Giza. So our pineal gland is to our brains as the Great Pyramid is to Earth. The Earth is to or the sun is to Earth as the black hole at the center of our galaxy is to our Milky Way. The axis mundi is the reiteration of over and over and over. Ra is the alpha and the omega of the head. A of the head, R here, yeah. Okay, right here. Creator is what extends to great tree, the cosmos, which forms branches here. The letters in the name Atum are numerically 1, 2, 3, and 4 in gematria, whose sum is the 10 points making the tree of life. This means Atum is singular in the completed tree of life. Yes, and that's how all of the geometric patterns. That's of the archetypes of our planets are the same flower of life pattern that floats in our existence everywhere. Now, the creator of what is to come, from him extends a tree of life, the cosmos, which forms branches on which grow stars and planets that grow life, extending up from the simplest mineral forms to the most accomplished rational being, effectively forming the original demiurge again. A rational human being can find A rational human being effectively forming the original demiurge. A rational human being can find the stillness center of all things and the singular truth, generating an eternal connection to the already extant abyss where the demiurge is found. The result of creation is the cause of creation. So that is the process that we are in, guys. The process of union, or the cyclical nature of our death and rebirth, is the same as the conflagration of the only begotten Son. We create in the cosmos, you know. So the Ennead of 9, culminating with Horus as the 10th, is the completed tree of life. Horus becomes one with Ra, and Atum is satisfied with this completion. Atum has self-created. The 4 children of Geb Nut then become the 4 elements of the human being: solids as carbon, liquids as water, and blood, air we breathe, and radiant heat we give off, as well as the mineral-based psyche, emotion, logic, intuition, and senses, or Isis, Osiris, Nephthys, and Seth. Horus, the offspring of Isis and Osiris, is the different one, meaning it's the same as the one from Noah, just as Noah was different, when Noah was born. These titles are, however, the westernized versions of their names. According to the myth of the Heliopolis, Ra, the primal god of all things, was worried he would have his sovereignty overthrown if Nut gave birth to any children, because he knew she would birth a divine offspring, Horus. As a result, Ra prevented her from giving birth. In response, the son of Ra, Thoth, was called upon to intervene and play draughts with the moon god Kensu to win Nut her right to give birth. Thoth beat the moon god and won an extra 5 days to add to the year 360 days. Oh, wow. With which the moon lost some of its light. Now, them 5 days are in relation to the 5th element is achieved 5 extra days of process from clay to diamond. Now, that's the process of the pyramid. That's the another way of looking at the pyramid. With this clay, I will build my pyramid. With clay, we make bricks. With the bricks, we build a pyramid. Now, here, I wanted to show you guys some more pictures, some other mind-blowing photos that I caught. Oops. That's just one. I wanted to show the one right here. No. Whatever. I got it in my... Okay, no. Orion bubble. I don't remember what this one... Oh, check this out. This is pretty wild. Now, that's just a different image of it, but Dharma wheel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but if anybody wants any of these PDFs or whatever, just get a hold of me and I'll share them with you guys. Because Egyptian origin of the word Christ. Egyptian origin of the word Christ. I don't know what that was about, but Egyptian origin of the word Christ. I can understand that the ordinary student should go to Sanskrit and is it to the slopes of the Himalayas of the original word Christ. I cannot understand, learn, whatever, but it speaks in here of Deus. The word Deus, God, right. Well, we're the ones that, yeah, I mean, we are all one, so, and you guys understand what, here, I can go to etymology and do that. You guys do understand what, yeah, everybody understands it here. So I'm going to look up the word day. Check this out. Day. Okay, so Deo. Day is It forms all part of adios or whatever, sky, heaven, God, derivatives of it. So the word day literally means God. Okay? It is a hypothetical source or evidence of the existence is provided by Sanskrit deva, God, literally shining one. Diva, by day. Demon, spirit, or spirit, demon, delos, clear, dies, day, deos, God. So God is the word day, right? Okay? Okay, I'll look up Yod. Yod, 10th and smallest letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, hang on. Smallest letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, now we're going to go to night. Now, what is night? Do you guys know what night means? Night. Night. The dark part of the day. The night is a unit of time, darkness. Also, absence of spiritual illumination, moral darkness, ignorance. Naughts. The Germanic words of pi, night. Hey, what's up, Gerard? Glad you could be here. Root, negative, to be dark, be night. The spelling with see fight or whatever, okay? The fact that Aryans have a common name for night but not for day is due to the fact that they reckoned by nights. Night was the night before a certain day of feast. Literally, holy night is early night times. The day was held to begin at sunset. Wow, I didn't know that. Huh. Wow. So night is literally the opposite of day, void of spirit illumination, and day is okay. I'm gonna look up Yod in capital letters now. Yod. Oh, look at that. Corona pops up right. Oh, because everybody's asking about it. Right. Okay. I don't know. Let's look that up, see what it says. A crown. Crown of garland. Rome, especially a crown of garland bestowed but for distinguished military service. From suffixed form of pi, skur. To turn, bend. To turn, bend. What? With many extended sense in botany, anatomy, etc., a coronavirus is so called for the spikes that protrude. Yeah, we know this. The two crown constellations, Corona Borealis, the fable. Yes, luminous circle observed around the sun during total eclipses as a band of this is just why what I was just saying about the wedding ring. That's the same as what a wedding ring represents. The least part of anything, from iota, the Greek iota, the letter, the smallest letter. Coroner. Coroner, title of a municipal officer that duties as okay, now I'm going to show you guys. Now, remember I told you what. Okay, now. Whatever. All right. You know, it just amazes me how people will flock to a live stream that is meaningless. You know, and just a bunch of nonsense and rubbish going on. And I get 7 people on this talking about God, you know. But that's just par for the course, right? People are just that way. And I'm not bitching about it because whoever's here, I'm glad you're here. And, you know, I hope I'm helping you. But, you know, I'm just trying to figure out the truth. And the truth is the one truth. The one truth, so help me God, is us all. You know, we are all connected through this one iota, 9th of the smallest letter in the Greek alphabet. Right. So yeah, I mean it just baffles me that people would rather go to unboxing merchandise videos and shit like that. Is a classical Greek also was proverbially used of anything very small. The letter name is very Semitic. Compare Phoenician and Hebrew yadi. Okay, guys. So, yeah. Mine is buffering badly. Sound keeps cutting out. I'm missing a lot. Oh, so maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm just going to show you guys what our reality is before I go, because I just wanted to tie that in. You know, our reality is but yeah. Oh, it's not buffering on you? But yeah, it's just amazing. Oh, I don't know if you guys seen this video by Dino today. Check this out. Watch it. That's the moon up here, and that's Venus. Now watch. The hell is that? Torn DNA or RNA taken from the blueprint of life and spread from person to person without useful purpose. Or what could be? Very well could be. But you know, there is no coincidences in life. You know, things are set upon this planet for reasons. You know, and those reasons could be, you know, thousandfold. I don't know. But I had one more picture I wanted to end this on, so I could ask you guys what you think it is, because for some reason people think I'm batshit crazy. You know, everybody thinks I'm batshit crazy around here, but it's not in there. It must be right here. No, I gotta go to screenshots, I think. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Is it in here? Doubt it. Not in there. Okay, now this right here is the 7 kingdoms, the 7 Hermetic principles, right? It's mentalism, you know. Right here is the 7 Hermetic principles. You go mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And in that gender is the pinnacle, the pineal light, which is the mentalism. And then the correspondence as above, so below. And then the vibration is the light in the abyss. And then that causes the polarity, which is the anu starts. And then the spiral starts. And then the rhythm, the pendulum swing, the in and the out, the hot and the cold, the polarity of the rhythm. And then it creates minerals, you know, mineral kingdom, the physicality of our world, you know. And it's just beautiful when you come to realize that this is shown throughout the ages, everywhere. It is shown everywhere. It's the same as the dollar bill, eye in the triangle, the same as the eye in the tent, the same as the, you know, the Shiva in the center of the spiral, the same as the cosmic egg, you know, all of it. It's all the same. The cross is the literal light. That's why Jesus is depicted as the light, or said to be the light of the world, or the only begotten Son, because it is the only begotten Son is directly related to our union with God, because it is the creation we create when we have union with God. It is the thing It is we create the thing that creates us. It's the completed tree of life, the seed to seed of the Bible. You know, the seed to seed is everything like a tree. A tree produces a stem, stem produces a bud produces a flower, which produces a seed. The seed falls to the ground, creates the tree, which creates the stem, which creates the bud, which creates the flower, which creates the seed, falls to the ground, which creates a tree, and that's what we are on all levels. That's what the whole two of every animal in the Noah's Ark story is about. You know, it's what all that's about. You know, it's just nuts that it's always been here, and people for some reason don't want to acknowledge it when it's shown to them, or they're just not, they're a neophyte, and you know, and I'm not saying I'm a hierophant or nothing, but you know, I'm in the process of learning. We are the Rishi. We are the ones that are in the process of knowing. And you know, forgive me, but your genius is showing that it's growing, and we will forever be knowing, because the truth is one truth, but that one truth grows as exponentially as time exists, even though it exists not, because time is a means of defining the timeless in a way that our finite mind can fathom, because timelessness to us is unfathomable, if that's even a word. Okay, now on is words beginning with the vowels, you know, speaking of one. Okay, now on, Anna is upward, up in place, or time. And I'm showing you guys this because the Anu, hang on, the Anu is the first, the only begotten. Fibonacci sequence is located within the Mandelbrot set, and that a relationship exists between the main cardioid and the fairy diagram. In the fairy diagram, upon mapping the main cardioid to a disc, one can notice that the amount of antennae that extends from the next largest hyperbolic component, and that it is located between the two previously selected components, follows suit. And this is how their iteration goes over and over again. And that's always starts with the 1. And that's why there's 2 ones next to each other. It's 1, 1, 2. Because with the 2 creates the 3, right? And then it skips the 4 because the 4 is the time. You know, is the time aspect of our generative purpose, right? And there's that. There's that. And all these pictures and stuff. Okay, right here. Tron, Metatron. And there's another thing. How Metatron is, you know, measure, meter. Tron is a component coined having to do with electrons. Yes. Yes, the apple is the perfect seed to seed thing. You know, that's every fruit we have is the same thing. Every food we eat that is a vegetable is the same way, is a seed to seed, you know, and that's what we are. We are bearing fruit. It's the story of the bee that feeds from the flowers, yes. Feeds from the flowers. The honeycomb is the flower of life, beeswax, yes. The apple, also the Taurus, right. Just like the earth is an apple. You know what I mean? Right? So yeah. I mean, there's some wild images here. And people are just lost in the literal sense of our reality, and I understand why, because that's all we know. You know, you cannot tell somebody that is science-based or somebody that wants to keep teaching or seeing and touching and feeling and smelling what is true, because the true nature of us. Oh, look at, there's what I wanted to show. You see the face of God in there. You see it, folks. Oh man, I gotta make the picture bigger first. Okay. See it right there? See the face of God in there? Or a face? 2 eyeballs? I wish I could show. Oh, that's Bixby. I don't want to go Bixby. But you see it in there? That's wild. Here, let's go. I wanted to show you. I can't find my other picture that I wanted to show you guys. Yes, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, you know, I hope I didn't confuse anybody. I hope you followed what I was trying to get at here, that all is not as it seems. You know, I'm not saying to ignore reality. You know, the old axiom of you know, be mindful of the heavens, but pay attention to what is underfoot. For if you dwell too much on the heavens or the absolute, the relative will bite you, and you might be thrown upon the rocks and torn asunder. You know, I don't know exactly what the axiom states, or, you know, whatever, but that's essentially what it's saying. And there's us fighting with the light, right? The demiurge, the creation of our world. And that's why the sun, the moon is, you know, everything has a dualism is the means to figure out the ineffable, or to keep it going, you know, because the seed to seed is the where it's at. But I hope I've helped somebody here. I mean, I've been doing this for now an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to say, hey, peace out, people. Love, peace, chicken grease. And I do care. I do want everybody to know that, you know, love is where it's at. Live inward, love outward, and we can't be phased, right? Nothing can touch us. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Love, peace, chicken grease, y'all. Take it easy. Bye.